Hey, what's up YouTube? Steven here, and I'm back with, well, I'm here with something new this time. I'm here with a video on how I make commentaries with my Hauppauge HD PVR 2 Gaming Edition. As of lately, I have been asked several questions like, how do you make a live commentary with the PVR, and can you use a headset with the PVR when making commentaries? Well, unfortunately, this answer isn't as clean and simple as a yes or a no, because it is kind of a yes and no. The direct answer is no, you cannot make a live commentary with the PVR, and no, you cannot use a headset. However, there is a way that you can simulate a live commentary with, the help of editing and and a microphone. So the things you will need for this tutorial that I am doing are a PC, since I don't have a Mac and I don't know what it would be for a Mac, but a simple voice capture software, the HD PVR obviously, and a USB microphone. Now, most headsets for the Xbox and PS3 are already USB microphones. It just doesn't appear that it is, except for with the PS3 because you plug it in. But with the Xbox, it's still a USB microphone. It's just the USB doesn't act the way it normally would. And then optional equipment that you would need, which is what I'm going to be using in this, is Cyberlink Power Director 9 or higher. I'm using Power Director 10 Ultra, but the version isn't really important. I use Power Director 9 is pretty much the same as 10 from what I've seen for the most part. I find this to be the best software to use so far. Another thing that isn't on this list that you see that would be really helpful to have is a noise-free environment. Like no fans running in the background, no people walking in and out of the room, no people talking to you. So I'm gonna get started with this video now with the very first thing I do before I start recording. Alright, so one of the first things I like to do when I'm about to make a commentary is to turn my online status to appear offline and turn off my notifications so I don't get friends popping up in the middle of my videos. So if you don't know how to do this, one of the first things you're going to want to do is to press the guide button, which is in the center of the remote, and then go all the way over to settings and select preferences, and then you're going to go into online status and change Xbox Live to appear offline and Messenger to appear offline. Then you can just press B, and next you're going to go to notifications, and you're going to uncheck select notifications by pressing A, and then when you want your notifications back, you can just press A again to check them back. So we're going to leave them unchecked, and then you can just exit out with your guide button. So now I am going to quickly switch over to my camera so I can begin with showing you how I set up commentaries, and I will also set up Black Ops 2 as well. So I'll be back shortly. Bye. Alright, so now we're just about ready to get started. There's a few things you'll need to do on your computer, which, since I don't have a screen capture software, I'm going to have to use my camera, which you can't see the entire desktop with. But there's only a few programs you're going to need, which I keep all down here in this bottom right corner. You're going to need ArcSoft Showbiz, which is the software that comes with the PVR for editing, but we're not going to use that for editing. We're just going to use it for capture. I already have it open, as you can see. I also have Paint open because I was making those tabs that you saw at the beginning. You're also going to need Sound Recorder, which comes stock with PCs. I don't know what this would be on a Mac. And also you're going to want Cyberlink Power Director. This is Power Director 10 Ultra, but you only really need 9 or better in my opinion. So that will be it, but I'm first going to show you how you get Sound Recorder. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go down here to your Start button, and you're going to go into All Programs. Oops. And then you're going to find your Accessories folder. Mine just so happens to be here at the bottom because I got a bunch of other programs. And you're going to go into Accessories, and you're going to go into System. No, you're not going to go into System Tools. And you're going to find it right here in the Accessories folder, Sound Recorder. Unfortunately, my camera isn't an HD camera, so you can't exactly read it, but I assure you that that is Sound Recorder. It's the same picture that you see here. So you're going to open, I need to open that still. So that's what Sound Recorder looks like. You just hit record, and then you press it again when you want to stop, and you tell it where to save. So what we're going to do right now, before we get started on this commentary I'm about to do, even though it's not going to actually be for a video or anything, is we're going to open up ArcSoft Showbiz. So as you see, I'm at the capture window already, and I have it set to HDMI for the Xbox. Now what I use is MP4, which is this bottom one here, for the Xbox, and M2TS for the PS3. The reason for this is MP4 records in a better quality, but it only records at 30 frames per second, which is what the Xbox gets. Whereas M2TS records in a little bit lower quality, which would be the case with the PS3 anyway, since it's using component cables instead of an HDMI. And M2TS records in 60 frames a second, which is what the PS3 runs at. So, and then the other thing I would do is I would take Sound Recorder, and I'll drag it up here to the top so that you can see both ArcSoft Showbiz and Sound Recorder at the same time. And the very first, and as you can see, I already have a game of zombies set up on my TV here. I'm at the pause screen because I find the pause screen to be the best place to start a recording. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to press cap, since there's a 5-second delay between the TV, what happens on your TV, and what happens in the recorder. I always push capture on the recorder, or press the capture button right here on the PVR first. I always just click the button here, and you just click it here, and you'll be able to tell the PVR is recording when that yellow light there, it kind of looks green on mine, turns green, and it goes all the way around the PVR. Then you're going to want to hit, oh wait, I forgot a step. Hold on, you're not going to do that, so let me just delete this recording here. Sorry about this. This is my bad. I should have mentioned this before. You're going to want to go down here to this to the microphone where you would normally adjust your volume, and you're going to right click it and go into recording devices, and you're going to want to make sure that your USB microphone is plugged in, but you can use a headset. And as you can see, my Blue Yeti, which is sitting right next to me right here, is picking up and registering. You're just going, if you haven't already set up your microphone, you're going to want to right click it, not right click it, but like double click maybe. You just want to make sure that it's registering that you're talking. On the PC, it will register by showing this green bar off on the right hand side. So you just want to make sure that that's all set up and here, so that it can hear you. I find that using a Blue Yeti for this is best, other than a microphone, headset, because the headset, the mic is right in front of you, so you know it's gonna capture your voice. But I would definitely recommend, if you're doing Xbox or PS3 commentaries, that you have a Blue Yeti, because you can turn the gain up, which I can't tell if I'm looking at the gain or not. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got the gain turned all the way up to the right, so that the gain is all the way up, because when I am sitting doing a commentary, I sit back like this. My my TV's there and my mic is like right there. So it's a pretty good distance away, but when you have the gain turned up all the way, you get pretty decent. It captures pretty well. You might have to like turn up the volume a little bit, which will be something I'll show you how to do in Power Director. So I'm going to now get started. So I'm going to press capture like I said earlier, and then I'm going to wait for the green light. So there, the PVR is now recording, and now we're going to hit record on Sound Recorder. So now it's recording my voice. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm doing this commentary a little bit differently because I'm going to be a lot farther away from my mic because I am setting you on this here. So hopefully my microphone will catch what I am saying relatively easily from the new location that I am using. So the very first thing I do when I'm making a commentary is I always make sure that I'm on the resume button. And the very first thing I do before I start is I have my remote ready on resume, so all I have to do is press A to start the game up again. And then I say resume at the exact same time I press A. So resume, and now you see that I've connected, and here I am playing zombies. And the key with the resume thing is it gives you a reference point as to where the commentary will line up. I'm not going to even try to go for points here. The one thing I forgot to mention is I tend to put my headset on my head so that, not as a mic, but just so I can hear the gameplay, because as you can see my TV is muted, so that way you won't hear the Blue Yeti will only be picking up my voice and not the gain, because the PVR is already recording the in-game audio. So I'm just going to finish off this round here really quickly, and then we will be done with the camera, and well, not done with the camera, but we'll be able to go back to the computer to finish this up. So I'm going to quickly grab this fan here, build it, give you some more reference points so you can see that that when the product is finally done, it still looks like a live commentary. Grab the mannequin, run back over here, hold X to add part, and then run over to the telephones, grab the fan backing, and hold to add the part again. And there we go, we have a turbine. Put it down, kill these zombies really quickly, pick up the turbine again, and that should be good enough for this video. So I'm going to move my Blue Yeti back to where I had it, and I'm going to pick up the camera again. So once you're done with your recording, you'll come back over, and I always stop the recording first because the capture window still has to catch up. So you stop your recording, you choose your location of where you want to save it. I'm just going to add it to my desktop here, and I'm just going to call it Zombies Audio. So now you can see I now have this Zombies Audio WMA file that I'll just drag there, and then I'll press stop. It'll go back, the PVR will go back to being yellow. This will finish encoding, and it'll go back to a red capture button once it's done encoding it all. So there, it's done, and now I have this little video here in an MP4 format. If you want, you can see what the raw file is. It's in 1920 by 1080. So that's like 1080p quality. I'm going to rename this Zombies and drag it over here. So now we are officially done with ArcSoft, so we can just close the capture module and ArcSoft itself. You can do this next step here in the editing section of ArcSoft, but I find it that you won't get as close results as with Power Director. And you're now done. Now you're officially done with Sound Recorder as well. And now you just want to open up Cyberlink, which is over here, but I already have this video open, which is what that footage is for. And you're going to want to be here in your content folder, which you've already imported. As you can see, here's everything that's gone into making up this actual video right here, right now. This is everything that's gone in so far. So what you're going to do now is you're going to either go into File, Import, Media Files, or you can press Control Q. Since I'm already here, I'm going to just click it. I normally just use Control Q, and it'll open up your open folder thing, and you just click Zombie Audio, and then you can do Control click, or you can just and then click Zombies, or you can just do this left click, drag, and select Zombie Audio and Zombies, and open. That's why I always name the file whatever the name of the video is, and then add audio, so that they'll be right above each other. And then what you do is you just drag them down here into your timeline together, so they start at the same place. And then you listen to the audio, so you play it. So now it's recording my voice. And now the next thing I'm going to do. Now what you want to do with this audio here is you want to look for when you say resume. So I know that it was a little bit of recording before I said resume, for actually resuming the game. So here you can see the game has already started, so I've gone too far. So go back a little more. Okay, so right around here should be the actual start of where the commentary would be. And now you see that I've connected. Okay, so that was the actual resume there. So you listen for when you say resume. Resume at the exact same time I press A. So resume. Okay, so once you hear yourself say resume, you will make sure that you have the audio file selected, and then you will go here to split, and you'll press it, and now it's split. So right here is right after you say resume, and here is you saying resume. And now in the video display, which is up here, you will wait for you to have pressed the resume button. That I've connected, and here I am playing Zombies, and the key with the resume. So there, I just pressed resume right there. So now you can use the comma and the period button to move forward by frame. Comma is move back one frame, and the period is move forward one frame. So I am going to inch this backwards with the comma button. There, I'm back at the resume menu. Press the period button. They don't always seem to line up, but right there I've just pressed resume. So that's the exact place where this clip here should be started. So now we're going to select the video file, and we're going to once again press split. So now you can see that there is two video files. This is where you're in the pause menu still, and this is where you've just clicked resume. So now you're going to drag this with hold on, let me move this here so that it's in a different location so you can actually see what I'm looking for. You drag this, and when they're lined up, you'll get this little black line connecting them. So that shows that these start at the exact same time. Like you can see here, start time is 5:53:00, and here is 5:53:00 as well. So they start in the same location. And then you just drag this back here. So now those audio files are one after the other. And now this here is extra. So you just cut, you just split that off as well. and delete the extra. And then you just take these two audio files here and you line them up once again with their corresponding sections. As you can see, they are lined up exactly. And then you go after it and you find where the audio file ends. In the case of this, it ends at 7:49:09. So you're going to come up here and you're going to select movie. Okay, so I'm going to check one more time. 7:49:09. So here you have your time signature. So here's where it would start, and you make it say 07:49:09. Was it? Yeah. So once you have this saying exactly where this ends, you just press enter on your keyboard. You can either press this enter button or this enter button, it doesn't matter. And when you press it, it automatically skips to where you want to be, and you will click the video file again and press split one more time. And now that is the excess that you don't need, so you just delete that. And now here's the section of your commentary, and it is 100% synced up, as you will see it rendered out in the video. I'll leave it at the end so you can see what the final thing will look like. So I'm just going to quickly group these together so that now whenever I click them, all four of those files will be linked together. And now I'm accidentally drawing audio. One thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your commentary is slightly louder than the audio of the game. So that's one thing I still need to show you how to do. So here's where the actual game starts. I want to actually ungroup these so I can select this video file here, and I want to listen to make sure you can actually hear me over the game audio. So let's do that really quickly. And now you see that I've connected, and here I am playing zombies. So as you can see, you can't exactly hear what I am saying. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select you're going to want to go to the very edge of the video here, and you can. I wish I had a better quality camera so you could see this. But there's like there's like an arrow, which I can see. I know you can see the arrow. But there's also a black dot on the line, on this black line here that represents the audio, and you're just going to move that down. I typically move it halfway between the name and the bottom, and you do the same over here on this side, and move it until you've got that black line pretty flat. That way the audio of the game is even through the entire video. And then you do the same thing with the audio file, with the actual commentary, just in reverse. You move it up, and I do about halfway to the top. And now here you can see I have a blue dot. Well, can't really see it because of the bad quality of the camera. But in the case that you have a blue dot, you'll wait until you have a red dot, and then you can just move it up. And you want to make it flat once again. So there you can see it's flat, kind of, I hope. And this will raise the audio of the commentary and lower the audio of the game. So now let's see if you can hear me better. And now you see that I've connected, and here I am playing zombies. And so that's a lot better for hearing me than before. So again, you can, instead of using a Blue Yeti, you can hook up a headset like like what I have. I've got a pair of Turtle Beach PX21s, or you can use a pair of the people who have been asking for whether or not you can use Triton AX Pros or 720s. You can just plug the USB in there from the USB from your mix amp into the computer, and it should work as a microphone. As long as it works as a microphone, you can use it on your PC as well. So I hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, like rating, and if you would like to see more gameplay commentaries from me, or have any more questions about the Hauppauge HD PVR, feel free to send me a message, or leave a comment on the video, or any of that stuff. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Recorder. So now it's recording my voice. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm doing this commentary a little bit differently because I'm going to be a lot farther away from my mic because I am setting you on this here. So hopefully my microphone will catch what I am saying relatively easily from the new location that I am using. So the very first thing I do when I'm making a commentary is I always make sure that I'm on the resume button. And the very first thing I do before I start is I have my remote ready on resume, so all I have to do is press A to start the game up again. And then I say resume at the exact same time I press A. So resume, and now you see that I've connected, and here I am playing zombies. And the key with the resume thing is it gives you a reference point as to where the commentary will line up. I'm not going to even try to go for points here. The one thing I forgot to mention is I tend to put my headset on my head so that, not as a mic, but just so I can hear the gameplay, because as you can see my TV is muted, so that way you won't hear the mic. The Blue Yeti will only be picking up my voice and not the game, because the PVR is already recording the in-game audio. So I'm just going to finish off this round here really quickly, and then we will be done with the camera, and, well, not done with the camera, but we'll be able to go back to the computer to finish this up. So I'm going to quickly grab this fan here, build it, give you some more reference points so you can see that that when the product is finally done, it still looks like a live commentary. Grab the mannequin, run back over here, hold X to add part, and then run over to the telephones, grab the fan backing, and hold to add the part again. And there we go, we have a turbine. Put it down, kill these zombies really quickly, pick up the turbine again, and that should be good enough for this video. So I'm going to move my Blue Yeti back to where I had it, and I'm going to pick up the camera again. So once you're done with your recording, you'll come back over, and I always stop the recording first because the capture window still has to catch up. So you stop your recording.